can we do it? Right, guys. Guys, can we, Scott, can you get your bell?
Kieran, stand up.
Can you all see me now?
No.
Can everyone hear me? Do I need to mic up? Are we all okay? Yeah, perfect. It's probably a better speech than mine, to be fair. So, right. So, first of all, here we are, and we're finally married. So, show some decorum. Now, first thing I'll say is, I genuinely don't think my mum ever thought this day would happen. So, me actually getting married, I'm not sure she would. So, what I am going to apologise for first is I'm going to make you stand up. I am going to make you drink. I'm going to do a lot of toast. So, make sure your glass is full. So, yeah, make sure that it is, and then obviously we'll go from there. So, guys, to start off with, on behalf of obviously my wife and I, yeah, I can say it. I actually think that's the first time I've said it. So yeah, it's weird to say that. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for being here. I think with all the lockdowns, everything that's happened, it's kind of made you realise how important family, friends, and actually seeing each other really is. So it's really lovely that you're all here. And obviously we're really honoured that you're here, and we're having the best day ever. So again, thank you very much for that, guys. As I said, and guys, this day wouldn't be the same if you weren't all here. So again, really big thank you to that. So first of all, I want to do some thanks for today for some people that have done some really hard work for us to make sure this has run as smooth as it has. So first of all, I would like to say a big thank you to all the people that went on Chloe's hen do. I say hen do's. She was really lucky. She got two. So yeah, all of those. She had the best time on both, and as I said, it really made her enjoy being a bride-to-be. Although we are banned from our local pub now, so cheers for that, our favourite pub. So thank you. To be fair, I think Joanna's got a big blame for that with her black card. So Scott, try and keep the black card away tonight, please. So yeah. Now, that's just a start, and this is obviously always the hard bit, but unfortunately we do have to remember those that can't make it here today. So obviously I'm going to say a few, obviously on my side, and obviously Chloe's as well. So first of all, I'm going to start off with Chloe's nan. I know that Chloe and her family were really close to her, and I know that she would have loved being here, seeing Chloe as happy as she is, and I know the whole family would be here. So again, it's a really shame she's not here. And as I said, sorry. Another one I'd like to say, obviously, and again, this happened last year, was Chloe's great nan. I got to meet her, fortunately, and she was one of the best people I ever met. And I used to love going around their house. First of all, I'd always get offered a drink. And second of all, she'd always flirt with me and tell me how good I look. Now, Chloe doesn't do... I call bullshit on that. No. She was 90 odd, so maybe her vision had gone by that point. But no, it was quite nice actually being called sexy for once. Chloe doesn't do it very often, so I used to love going around great nans for that to happen. So again, I know Chloe and Sam, you'd love to be here, and I'm sure she's there watching over and seeing how you guys are doing. So again, I know also on my side, Robbo, you guys, not many of you would have met him, but we wouldn't have the house we have now if it wasn't for him. He's guided me through work as being a human being, and I genuinely don't think I'd be who I am today. Now, he actually kind of said to me, he said, "You're mad getting married." He said, "If you're going to get married, you need to make sure you pick the right one." And I think it's really poignant, because I really do think I have. So again, thank you, Robbo, for that bit of advice, and as I said, I'm sure I've definitely picked the right one here as well. This is a bit of a weird one because she's not dead, but my nan's not here unfortunately today. And my nan's like a mum to me. I used to go around her house all the time. I used to get the bus to her house, and it's a really big loss that she's not here. She got to see it. But as I said, she used to take me to all the football clubs. She used to take me to nursery, and I used to watch Herbie Cars, we used to call it, the film. I couldn't say a Volkswagen Beetle, so it was Herbie Cars, and I used to count them all the time. So I'd love that if she was here today, but unfortunately she couldn't make it. It's really upsetting. But what I'd like to do, if we can all raise a glass, and obviously a toast to those that are no longer here, or obviously can't make it here today either. So toast to that, please, guys. So. Now I'm going to obviously talk about family, because obviously family is really important for both Chloe and I. So we're going to go through that. Now I'm going to start off strong with Sam. Sorry, Sam, you're going first. That links into what I'm about to say, actually. First of all, can we all appreciate how good Sam's looking today? She's looking really good. And I'd just like to say a huge thank you, Sam. You've really made me feel part of the family. I love coming around your house. I love doing that kind of thing, and I'm sure I'm the son you've always wanted. Yeah. I'd probably say I'm your favourite child that you never had, but yeah, exactly. So as I said, I know that you mean a lot to Chloe. It's been really nice to see your relationship blossom in the last couple of years, and as I said, we really appreciate all the help you've done to make this day happen, to support Chloe, because I've been very bad at doing stuff, so it's there to help, to have even if it's just a rant at how bad I am at things. Again, really thank you for that. One thing that makes me laugh about you the most is your irregular bowel stories, and I'll leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. I can't wait for my future, because I think all the Green family kind of have those stories. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm not going to mention any more with that.
Good.
It's okay. One other thing I will quickly say about Sam, and one of the funniest things I've had is when we went round to see Sam after I proposed to Chloe. She actually thanked me for proposing to Chloe, because she thought she'd never get married. So you're welcome, Sam. I actually went through with it as well. So
eventually.
That's great. So it's great. Just trying to find the next bit of the speech. Obviously, the other side of the family to that is obviously Mark. Thank you for making me feel welcomed as part of the family. And as I said, we really appreciate your help for today, and obviously being around and supporting as much as we can. So thank you very much for that, Mark. And talking to dads, I'm going to move on to my dad now. First of all, I'd like to say a huge thank you for all your support and all your help for today as well. It's been a big one. You've always been there for me, and it's always been good. Now, one thing I am going to say, and reminds me from back in the day, was when I used to play football. My dad used to love watching me playing football. Sometimes he'd go a bit OTT, and he would chase me up and down the sideline, literally shouting, "Kieran, you need to be there! You need to be there!" It was a little bit embarrassing. So I'm kind of glad he didn't do that today while Chloe was walking down the aisle. So, but in all seriousness, Dad, thank you for all the support, and thank you for coming. I really do appreciate that. And linked to that, obviously I'm quite fortunate. My mum and dad split up, but I kind of gained a second dad in you, Mr. Gray. So I just want to say a big thank you for all the support you've given me over the last couple of years. The main thing that I can't go to Ian for all the big decisions in life. Whenever I buy a new car, I always go straight to Mr. Gray, and he'll always tell me which one to get. So so I appreciate all the support in all seriousness, and that's great. And I started with mums, I'm going to finish with mums. So I'm going to talk about my mum. So thank you so much for being so supportive to me throughout the years. I wouldn't be the person I am today. Some people will laugh and say it's not great. I'm still really short, like my mum as well. But in all seriousness, I can't thank you enough. You got me through uni. You've helped me with all my dissertations 2 days before. And again, you've raised me to be a really good human. And I think that Chloe really appreciates it, because just like with you, I'm really good at making drinks for women. From a young age, my mum would say, "Oh, I really fancy a drink, Kieran. Can you go and get me a plums and lemonade?" So I'd always get mum a drink, and then obviously that's followed through with Chloe because I seem to get her drinks all the time as well.
Drinking well for you. The housework wasn't so good, but.
In all seriousness, me and my mum have been through quite a lot. We've been through a lot, and I think it's made us both stronger as human beings. So again, life wouldn't be the same without you, Mum. So thank you very much. Second toast, guys. Can we get standing, please, to family? It's family, guys. New family. Right. Last bit, sorry guys, it's going on a bit. So I've got. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Carl.
I didn't want to do it too hard.
I've got these 4 glasses.
There's a few people that I really need to thank in terms of today. They've been really supportive. First of all, the maids of honours. But can we, again, I'm going to go, there's a common theme here. Can we just appreciate how hot they look today? So appreciate that. Tom, you've done well there, so well done. One thing I will say is they're a bit like fine wine. I think they've aged really well. And what I mean by that is I'm sure they would have looked lovely 2 years ago, but they look a lot better now. Well, I'm just saying they look better now. They've aged well.
I hated them before.
You didn't say that about me and you.
Kieran, come on.
I'm just saying.
It was going so well. It was going so well.
I'm going to start off with HK. I know that you guys have been close all your life, and obviously you guys have been best friends. You've really made me feel welcome in terms of getting to know you. It's been really nice to get to know you and Dom's journey, and you've got not too long away. So yeah, you're in for a treat. And again, one thing that reminds me of you two is all I ever hear about is your stories as a youngster, and it always seems to involve either really cheap alcohol in a park, getting picked up by the police, and then going straight back out and doing the same thing again. So yeah, it sounds very similar with that. So again, it's brilliant. Chantal. I'm not going to go to town. Me and Chantal actually, I think we're too similar for our own good. You're Aries, aren't you? Taurus, very close. Luckily, I didn't write that in my speech. I just guessed it. But we're both very fiery people, and we've had a few arguments about who's right and wrong about things, and we always argue. Kalua, say it right. But in all seriousness, it's been so nice to have you back, and we're getting on really well. And again, it's really nice for Chloe to have you here. It wouldn't have been the same if you hadn't made it. So again, I'm so glad that you're here, and yeah, thank you so much for coming. So, thank you.
Love you, KP.
Don't need to stand up, just raise for the bridesmaids, maids of honour. Sorry, maids of honour. So. I'm going to start off with Scott and his great oral skills. And when I say oral skills, I mean we're about to have a great bit of food. Eating ceremony now. Yeah, sorry, Scott. I should have known that's what it's called. Now, in all seriousness, Scott, thank you so much for doing that. And again, Scott's obviously wearing his military today, and I am really proud of what he's done. He's worked really hard to be where he is. So thank you for that, and thank you for being a support whenever I've needed it. You're always there, saying if I need any help. So thank you very much for that. So big round of applause for Scott. I'm going to speak about my groomsman, who. In my speech, he says about thanks to the groomsmen for making the day go smoothly, but I kind of was going to give him loads of jobs, but Colsey and Matt were both really drunk this morning. So I didn't give him that many jobs, because I thought it'd just get done really badly. But in all seriousness though, guys, You've been a real support today in terms of enjoying the day, making it feel as relaxed as possible. Apart from trying to get you out of bed this morning, Matt, that was quite difficult. But no, in all seriousness, thank you very much, groomsmen, and I really appreciate you helping out. So thanks, guys. And then finally, lastly, my best men who are here. I'm going to be really nice to you. And I'm hoping that they're going to repay the favour in me being really nice. They might be quite nice back. I don't think it's going to happen like that. But I've tried my best. Now, as I said, really appreciate everything you've done for me, not just in the wedding, in terms of life. You've always been there and you actually feel more like brothers or part of my family than friends. So I really appreciate that. And I'm not going to say any stories because I'm hoping they're going to quickly scribble some off. No, you haven't got any. I'm hoping you're just going to scribble some out. So don't need to stand up again, but to the groomsmen, so thank you very much. Yeah, the biggest clap there was Colsey, so well done, Colsey. Colsey. And then finally, I've saved the best till last. I'd say me, but it's not. It's about Chloe. And as I said, it's about Chloe, this last bit. So again, apologies, guys. But this bit's all about Chloe.
Apologies.
Yeah, you're going to hear me talk about Chloe for a while now, so sorry about that.
Sorry we're married.
Yeah, sorry in that. I know you're all here for us, but sorry.
In the future.
Now, some of you may or may not have known, me and Chloe actually went to school together. So we went to school. We didn't actually speak that much at school. Chloe was a few years younger than me at school, so we didn't really talk. So yeah. Now, the one time, it actually conspires now. We've got a little bit of a story, and I'll tell you about a set when we met. But she used to fancy my best mate without me knowing. So that was a good start to our relationship. When she's like, oh yeah, I used to fancy your best mate. So yeah. Even you as well, was it? Okay, everyone, yeah. So there you go.
It wasn't us.
No.
It wasn't us, was it?
It was.
No.
Oh no, it wasn't you actually. No. Now, and this is a genuine story that happened, and I find it really strange. Obviously, we're here now, married, but one of the first times I actually spoke to Chloe, it was with Ben Ambler. I think she must have just been staring at him the whole time, but. We had a little conversation, we walked away, and me and Ben both said, she'll be fit when she's older. And here we are now, it's true. So yeah, so we're now here getting married. So that's it. Now, after that conversation, it took many a year after that, and I tried my best moves to get with Chloe.
Where were they?
I'm about to go through it. They're not good. They're not good. So we went on a stag do in Bratislava, and I worked with Chloe, and I tried to talk to her. The one time I saw her, she was deep in a McDonald's, and I tried to talk to her, and she ignored me. Weird, she just ignored me, and I thought, well, she's not going to listen to me. So one night, Bratislava, 6:30 in the morning, we get back to the room. I think this is when Facebook Messenger was a thing, and and I thought, this is my chance. She's online. I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to put my best chat here. I'm going to really go for it. Hey, you okay? Anyway, we start talking, and eventually I thought, I'm going to be really smooth here. I'm going to go with, where do you work? Because she'll go, oh, I work at Tresham. I'll go, and I said, oh, I work there as well. How weird. And Chloe, being the sass that she is, went, I work with you. We've seen each other. And after that message, she didn't message me back, and I thought, I've messed this up. And I remember saying to Carl the next day, thinking, I really messed up last night. And then we got back on the plane, I looked at my phone, and she'd actually messaged me back the next day. And and here we are, quite a while later. So it's quite embarrassing. But as you can see, I'm such a smooth operator. So yeah. Now, this day is quite an unusual one, because Chloe's really patient, and she loves waiting for things to happen. She's not. And as I said, very similar to my proposal, that took a lot longer than expected.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure you've all heard this story, so I'm not going to go into massive depth about it, but what I will say is the first time I tried to propose to her, it's a bit like Little Red Riding Hood. She was hangry. She was too hungry, so she had to go away. So she stormed off in a massive storm, and I was there, stood there like, massive storm. Stormed off in a massive storm, and then we went away. And then the second one, in fairness, wasn't her fault. It was a sunrise we were waiting for. We didn't realise there was a cloud, and then the sun popped up, and it was really disappointing. I thought, better not really pose now. Third time, she actually stormed off this time because it was too cold. So yeah, and I don't know if you know Chloe, but that's classic Chloe. She's always cold, but she stood there and she was too cold, so she stormed off. And then fourth time, we actually got there. So it's been a long time coming, and I know that it's been a bit of a chore sometimes, and we've not having to wait so long, but we're here, and I'm so glad you did wait because it's been such an amazing day. So yeah, that's. I've got to find my bit in the speech again now. Sorry, guys. Last little bit, guys, and this does come from the heart. It's on the speech, but I'm not going to read it. But Chloe really is genuinely a beautiful, generous, smart, and thoughtful person. And she's funny sometimes. I probably see the funny side a bit more. It takes a while, but it is there.
Do you want me to slap you?
And in all fairness, I feel incredibly lucky to be stood here because, let's be honest, I'm definitely punching because she looks stunning today. So I would like to say that. So round of applause to how good Chloe looks.
Yes, you're punching.
We've been together now nearly 9 years, and we've had so many great memories, and we've started our small family with getting Nala. And hopefully in the future we'll be starting that and going a bit further, and I'm so excited about what the future holds. So I am really excited. So I'm going to finish off. I'm going to just sign it off so we can raise our glass, please. And I'd like to do a toast for my beautiful wife, Miss Chloe Perkins. So thank you. And then
No, you got that wrong. It's not Miss Chloe Perkins, it's
Mrs. Chloe Perkins. Yeah, I got that wrong. Matt Slow, where are you?
You said Miss Chloe Perkins.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is a tradition. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy. And then there's no more speeches now. There's no more speeches. It's food time. There's definitely no more speeches. So. Yeah.
This could be the last time we're friends.
Yeah. Oh God.
All right. Everybody hear us okay? All good? Yeah? Everybody hear us? No talking. We've got a teacher in the room, please. No chewing at the back. Thank you very much.
The cameraman earlier was telling us a story. He was like, I went to a wedding the other day and a groomsman baffled on for 50 minutes and it was horrible. So well done for completing that.
Yeah. 52 minutes. Honestly, he literally, for so much talk for such a small man, it is insane.
We're going to be done in seconds.
Yeah, we're
going to
be
be done in seconds. Yeah.
Now. You can tell we're really nervous about this. We haven't been planning this for some time, have we? Not at all.
I think lockdown's made it worse. It's had an extra 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. Couple of things. How was your eating ceremony? All good? Enjoyed it? Spot on it. Best one I've been to. First one I've ever been to. Just so you know, he gave Slow the phone because what Slow does at every wedding, this is genuine. He genuinely takes pictures of everyone's dicks. No, legit. Right. And then that's 100% true. That's 100% true. No, he does.
I don't think that needed to be said.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. But also what we'll do is upload it and you'll all get the password and you can rate it. I mean, it's like Tinder really, but for penises. Anyway, so we're the best men.
This is Richard Doyle. He knows Kieran through Stirrup Cup Football Club, which we're all involved in.
The Bees.
Also the Balding Men's Club. Which obviously Doyle's the main man. So,
He's just had his application accepted, you can see that, it's just in now. And so this is Carl, he knows Kieran, they went to school together when Kieran was short, skinny, had long curly hair locks. 2 things have changed, you can kind of work out what's happened there. Still very small.
I've grown loads.
Yeah, loads mate.
No.
Big boy,
Not at all.
big boy now. It's been a brilliant day so far. Thank you all for coming on behalf of the best men as well. Amazing venue, by the way. Really difficult to find, but a lovely place. Lovely place. It's really nice. We've had a really good day. The staff, by the way, photographers, everyone's been really, really good. I will say though that when he said he was getting married here, we were a little bit surprised because it's Derby and he lives in Buckingham, which is miles away. And the last time he was this far from home, he was helping Frodo throw that ring in the mountain. Gandalf was the man, he was the G. Anyway,
Oh, is it me? Oh,
Yeah, it's
no,
back
sorry.
to you, mate, yeah. We've rehearsed.
As you all know, this wedding is the second or third date, I can't remember now. Third date that we had to put into our calendars, which means we had 723 days to prepare the speech.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that we did it at the pub on Friday.
Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
Cheers,
Good.
yeah. It's gone really well. It's gone really well.
As you can see, it's a terrible bit of paper. So I've got to do a few things. Obviously, Chloe, you look awesome. Obviously,
She does, yeah.
You came down the aisle, and you look great. Yeah, and the bridesmaids as well. So yeah, well done on getting there on time, because obviously we've heard a few stories about Ibiza, but what happens in Ibiza stays in Ibiza, I suppose.
Unless we upload it with the pictures of the cocks, and then we can...
Yeah, no, true, we're uploading that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
So, we sat down and we wrote a really long list, longer than Kieran is,
Longer than this speech, actually.
of all the stories we've got. So I've picked four of my favourite ones, and then Carl will go through. So the first time I met Kieran, he turned up and he was this good-looking. I know it's hard to believe. He was this good-looking young lad. He was fit and all that. And he
Full
said,
head
"I
of hair."
want to play for your football team." So he did, and he said, "I'm a centre mid. Right, I'll run up and down the pitch, no problem." 20 minutes in, half an hour in, cramped in both his hammies, had to get carried off like a pig on a stick. It took about 6 of us. It took
Like I was playing right back and having to cover out really slow.
It's our speech
Yeah,
now,
I
you've
was
said
that
enough.
guy, by the way.
You've said enough.
But the point is, because of the way, even back as a skinny kid, you had a big butt, right? Yeah. We literally carried him off like a pig on a stick, right? And that is honestly true. And he still, believe it or not, he still plays football now. I can't believe he run around a pitch. Although that was on the playground with the Year 7 guys who match you physically, so that's okay. You're doing all right now.
They still beat me.
Yeah, that is true. Take your pocket money off it as well. So this is a story he definitely doesn't want you to know, because he feels a little bit embarrassed about it, right? But he used to work for Orange, the phone company. You know what I'm going to say? Oh, no. Yeah, you do. So he left their employ, right, and he stopped working for them.
Oh, yeah, this one, yeah.
But they continued to pay him, right? Now, honestly, they did, right? And he rang me every month from uni. I can't believe they paid me again. And it went on for ages, right? Ages, literally. And he said, I swear he said this, he said, "Doyle, when I get married, I'll buy everybody drinks with that money." Didn't you? Free bar. Now is your time to shine. So, that is 100%. That is I swear on my hair, that is a true story. Anyway, fast forward a few years, and this salary thief started to live abroad, right? He's a salary thief.
He escaped.
Should have given it back.
Escaped the country.
And honestly, it's genuinely a brave thing to live abroad. It's a tough thing to do, right? You went to Australia and you went to Saudi. I don't give you the respect for Saudi though, because you just fitted in with all the locals. A small, hairy guy, loves kebabs, doesn't speak English. You were absolutely perfect. Literally perfect for Saudi Arabia. And I've got a slightly more recent story. Melissa, you're not going to like this one, because you're involved. So anyway, Colsey, got one of the drunk groomsmen over there. He got married last year. We went to Liverpool for a stag do. So Kieran, obviously being a teacher, turned up really late. Felt like he had to catch us up, right? We didn't tell him to.
I had to.
Well, you did catch us up.
You did.
No. You caught us up really quickly and then took us over.
Minutes.
You were gone, mate. You were gone,
Minutes.
right?
It's your fault, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't deny it. Anyway, so he is absolutely he's not a big drinker anyway. He's absolutely comatose and he fell asleep in some alleyway in the middle of Liverpool, right? We don't know where he is. We're pissed out of our faces as well. Some good Samaritan, right? Somebody that wouldn't steal a salary off a multinational company, walked past. This is honestly true, gets his phone out and starts thinking, well, this guy's like, he's comatose. Who is he? Who's this tramp, right? This balding tramp. So he started to ring, this is true, he rang all of the people's recent... No, you've had your speech. You had your 25-minute speech. It's our turn now. Right. He did try to ring, they did try and ring me. Yeah, he rang Chloe, but I'd swapped Chloe's number for my number, so the guy rang me. And he was Indian anyway, your friend's... I was like, yeah, fine, he'll be fine, no problem. So he rang Melissa, right? So he rang Mummy. I assume he's rang Mummy. Rang Mummy, right?
Mom.
Yeah, Mom, right? Anyway, so we don't know this has happened. We wake up in the morning, we're absolutely steaming. And I've got 357 missed calls from Melissa. Now, I'm asleep in the bed next to Kieran. He managed to find his way home. Payne's there. We're absolutely shit-faced. Answers the phone. I eventually get to see it's Melissa. What's Melissa with? Hello? She goes, where is he? Where is he? I said, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. How are you? And he didn't even get out of his bed. He's lying next to me, literally naked. This little Greek guy is next to me naked in the bed.
Both naked.
Yeah, we're all naked. Everyone's naked.
Yeah, we're all naked.
Anyway, to watch this 30-something-year-old man, an educator, a leader of children, go, I'm really sorry, Mum, I didn't mean to do that. Unbelievable. The irony is you've never seen smaller. You've never seen smaller. True story. Good. True story. I could have done worse. You're lucky. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad, okay? If you buy me a drink on his money later, I'll tell you the rest. The really bad ones. The really bad ones. So Carl's got a few as well.
I'm not going to ramble on as much as these two, obviously. I'm just going to list a few things. So, obviously, we've had a lot of happy memories together. Let's start with that.
This speech is one of them. This is one of them. This is one of them.
Driving to see Swedish House Mafia to Belgium, a long trip. We went to Lake District recently. Gore Coppery, great festival host. Can't wait to do that again.
This year?
Obviously, everyone's invited to that, so put that in your diary. Devon, for your birthday. Old school FIFA Fridays with Annie Mac. Good times. Multiple tough mudders with your broken back. We're not allowed to talk about that because you don't like it, but it's fine. We'll talk about it. It's fine. Your first stag do in Barton Chippy, you said you didn't have to, but you actually did.
He did, yeah.
What was that, 2014? I've got written down here.
Me with a helmet.
Yeah. Running into the bin,
headbutt. I think we were teenagers, but there you go.
Yeah. Well, you were, obviously.
Creamfields, Ibiza, where you actually missed the Swedish House Mafia. Yeah, we won't talk about that. Bratislava, I'm glad you brought it up because I remember the conversation a little bit differently. Because you said to me, Carl, I've done something really bad. I've sent a really risky text to someone I like. And then you showed me and it was really embarrassing. So I was like, mate, she is never going to bite. That is terrible. Two drunk people and 6 a.m. we got in. That was good. Lisbon, obviously, for the stag do. We won't talk about that because it was pretty gay. 7 naked men in a room. It wasn't good. Slip inside. This floor's obviously not.
Yeah, we can't do that here.
We could do it. We could do it. Countless stirrup football club dues. Obviously, when you threw up everywhere at Matthew's stag, which we've covered.
Yep.
When you threw up everywhere at Cranfest, do you remember that? Chloe, do you remember that?
I've got the picture.
With the prawn.
I've got the picture.
When you threw up everywhere at my house after Cranfest, and you threw up at Lake District. So. Colesy said it was you.
I wasn't even there at that point, so we all know it's Colesy.
But I do like to talk about probably my first memories of you, which was in Zante, because we've got so many there that we can't really talk about because it was pretty stupid. But the one most people don't know about is it was in 2009. We went to Zante, and it was our earliest memory. Kieran got a very last minute call up to a cheap lads holiday we all had. Really cheap. It was probably the worst possible hotel we could find. And I bumped into him at Wicky's and invited him along, and he was skateboarding, which I'm sure he can't do now, and he had a rat's tail haircut, which is where you have a mullet to one side.
My passport photo was that for 15 years. So.
Not even his worst haircut to date. But we're out there drinking all day, and at the end of the night we decide, well, we're going to go skinny dipping in the sea. Why not? So it's like 5 in the morning, and we go out and we're naked in the sea. There's loads of people there. We didn't know it was a turtle conservation area. So we're swimming along, and the police turn up, and they're pretty angry, and they're shouting. I don't know what language it was, but they were shouting at us. We were quite angry, weren't they? Flashing lights, get out, flashlights and all that. So we jump out. But all Kieran could find to wear to cover his dignity was like a rubber ring with a novelty horn on it. So he's coming out going, and he's being chased down the beach. And this is in my memory forever by a Greek man with a truncheon, chasing down the street. So they dragged us up to the police car, which had parked in the street. Which is, I don't know if anyone's ever been sunny, but at the end of the road, there's a beach with loads of clubs. And it was about 4 in the morning, so they're all kicking out, and there was hundreds of people coming out. Me and Kieran stood there like this, Kieran with his little rubber ring. And this policeman's beating him up with a stick, hitting him with a stick. Take it off. So he's obviously whips it out there, and he stood like this, stark body naked, with a big smile on his face, and I remember thinking, you're going to be my best friend, I think, forever. I'm like, he's the man. It was good. But that story happened. We've done that story multiple times all over the world. So yeah, that was one of them. Good friends.
So we're almost done. Time to wrap it up. But we Googled what you should say in a best man speech, and one of the things you have to do, it's traditional to give some advice to the happy couple. So we've got some advice. Would you believe? We've got some advice. So Kieran,
2 non-married men.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What could go wrong? So Kieran, you just have to remember, Chloe's always right. Yep. And there's nothing that can't be solved by loads of alcohol and a cuddle. Except Right, good. So, Chloe, a bit more advice for you. So, remember, Kieran needs feeding every 20 minutes, roughly. He needs his belly rubbing on demand. Not saying he's a puppy, but he will molt chest hair all over your bed. He's a very hairy man, right? If you've not seen him naked, you will. Slow, we'll have pictures later. But this is honestly true. I know I'm going off piece a little bit here. I've said some rude words. He literally shaved yesterday because it's his wedding night tonight, but because he's so dark everywhere, it is literally like a square like that, just there, like a puppy that's had an operation and they've shaved and done it. Anyway,
Fact.
so anyway, and we've also
Chloe,
noticed
you're in for a treat.
yes, just, what a night you are in for. We're almost done. So we've also noticed he loves films when he's in a bad mood. Put a film on, pat his head, he loves it. There's a few films you could pick from. Got a few, haven't we? Get Shorty.
Yep. The Danny DeVito box set.
Danny DeVito boxer. Elf.
Elf, yeah, The Hobbit.
Yeah, Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
Big.
Big.
Yeah, anything with small people in the togs. Absolutely fine, mate. Absolutely fine. He loves it all and he'll cry like a baby. We love you. Before we do the toast, honestly, we take the piss a bit. We fucking love you, man. You're a good lad.
That was tame, I'm happy.
It was tame. You're welcome.
We scribbled so much out.
Yeah, so many more.
Thank you. Exactly, I was nice to you earlier.
Yeah, that's it.
So by this point, I'm sure you're all very bored and gagging for another drink, and you'll be glad to know that we are too. So I'd like to invite you all to stand and raise a glass for Mr. and Mrs. Perkins.
To Mr. and Mrs. Perkins.
Thank you very much. It was time.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, it was tame.
We had to cross wires.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.